Hey folks, we're streaming again with the new camera and the old new camera. So, yes, what do we have here? We are going to check something really quick. Our YouTube settings. We're making sure that they're the right settings. Hopefully, you guys are hearing me okay. Well, when you all get here, that is. We have something special today. I'm going to do this unboxing and then we're going to drive. We are going to check all of the things with some special new cars that just got to me. Wait for it, from China. That's right, folks. So, what are we doing here? New car and test new settings. Yeah, see, this is why we check things, folks. It's kind of screwy. I'll get back to the comments in a minute if there are comments. I'm sorry. I need to check my settings here because these settings are often not correct when I do this from OBS. Hold on, content. Let me make sure we're right here. Live. There we are. Okay. Now, we go back to OBS. Hey, folks. Okay, just relax. We're setting the mic here. We're setting the mic. How does the mic sound? The mic is kind of in front of me here, so it's not going to be crazy loud. Okay, good. Ugly sweater. Le Bruin. Not a problem, Otto. Yeah, so we are going to get to some new cars in just a second. We're going to wait for a couple more folks to show up. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to open some new Carrera cars first. Yes. Carrera was nice enough to send me cars. I'm going to text somebody so maybe they can see if they can watch. Hold on a second. There we go. Hold on. Okay. So, all right, we're going to get some Carrera cars. I don't know what camera to look at. I just got another camera too. Anyway, you don't care about that. Yes, I'm wearing flip-flops. Hey, you can't see. That's awesome. Hey, guys. Cuthbert, cheers. Okay, we're going to open some other stuff first before the special made it, open. All right, so here we are. We got a bunch of new Carrera cars, and actually one of them I showed the other day. It is the new Red Bull. How's the sound? Is it a little too loud? A little too boomy? A little distorted? Hopefully not. Looks okay on my meter there, but you know. So I got I got a batch of cars here from Carrera, and then I have, for the folks that just joined, 2 new cars from China, mystery cars. You're going to get the point here in a second. Let me just text somebody else because I know they're going to want to watch. No, hold on. Okay. So, yes, cars, cool stuff. A little loud. All right, that's what I figured. A little loud. Taking it down. How's that sound? Oh, man. Okay. In any case, yes, Chinese mystery cars, Otto. That's something you gotta be. That's something you gotta be suspicious of. Definitely, definitely so. Okay. Shut up and do the cars already, right? 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 Where's my Kanifi? Right? I just had it. Dude, I'm getting old. I'm getting so old. There it is. It's down the other end of the track. Of course. Gay good. Slightly mad. I don't know. Are they? Yeah, so when I was little, I lived in New Hampshire and a couple places in Massachusetts when I was really little. And we played street hockey. We didn't do baseball or anything like that. So, it was in New England. And so I got to be a hockey fan early. And we played street hockey a lot. Okay, what do we have? New Carrera. It's yellow. Is it? Yes, it is. Looks really nice. The race taxi. Look at that. New. Hey, wait. Can we turn on the other light? Is the other light going to cooperate with us? Yeah, I got another light here that I put up to do just detail stuff. Sorry. Go out of the shot. This is not a very professional YouTuber of me. I know. Wait. Where's the cord? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I have too many freaking cords here. Holy shit. Where? Hey, there it is. Okay. Hey, there we are. Okay. Look at there. Look at there. A second incredibly expensive camera to do detail shots. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, Moondoggy, of course. I took a puck to my face, and it split my tongue halfway across, too. This was when I was like, I don't know, how old was I? Probably 5. And I had a Bobby Orr hockey stick. My grandmother didn't like the fact that I liked hockey. She threw away my Bobby Orr hockey stick. Scarred me for life. So, Race Taxi. This is the newest GT3 from Carrera. Look at that autofocus. There we go. Sit over here so you guys can see me. Not that it really matters. Here, let's make this bigger so you can actually see the car. I click on that. I make this bigger. And you guys can actually see the car. There we go. Yeah, another really nice livery from Carrera. I think this looks fantastic. They've done a lot of Mercedes. A lot of folks have done kind of a few Mercedes. So, it's, yeah. There's a lot of Mercedes. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I can adjust the, I can adjust the size of the screen to fit. So that's what I did. So there you go. Still have a Bobby Hull and Stan Mikita. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's Bobby Orr. He was my favorite, and these things happen, I guess. Okay, so I asked them to send me 2 of a certain car. I'll open that one last. The one that I asked them to send me 2 of, I'm going to be doing a complete rebuild with the slot car corner rear end, and with a I wish you could put an NSR. But wait, there are tons of NSR Mercedes that you can get. Why would you need to buy a Carrera car and put a NSR chassis under it? Just buy an NSR. I mean, you could put an NSR chassis under it. You can buy an NSR chassis and put under it. You'd have to kit bash the hell out of it to get it to fit. But you could do it, I'm sure. Okay, this is a good one. As I've said in the past, I am not a huge fan of Audi in general. However, Carrera do a pretty spectacular job. Oh, it's seeing my eyes. Carrera do a pretty nice job of getting the shapes on these cars really nice. This looks really good because they're better. Yeah, I know, but just buy an NSR then. They're faster. Anyway, there you go. This is the latest, what do they call it? Evo 2 GT3 Land Motorsport Audi R8 Le Mans Series. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we got technically two more cars to do here before we get to tonight's surprise. We're doing the NASCAR better. The NASCAR better? The NASCAR next. Jesus. Please give the stream a thumbs up, a like. The like is free. Also, please subscribe. Subscribing is also free. That's clicking the little bell. That just means that you get to see stuff. Slot Car Man Cave. Hey, yes. I've missed a couple things you've sent. The pictures, it's not super easy for me to pull pictures from Instagram. Sometimes the pictures aren't that high, not that big. So, yeah, if you could email me, that would be great. slotcarnews@yahoo.com. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Here we go. This is really nice. I'm excited to see this. Excited. Winchester Brass Pro Livery. The latest in a pair of new NASCARs from Carrera. Luke, I think everybody makes too many Mercedes. Mercedes, generally speaking, don't sell very well. So, yeah. Personally, I would prefer they make... Carrera don't really make that many new cars a year. I would prefer a few less Mercedes around. And I think some dealers would as well. The new Austin Dillon. There you go. It is a beauty. I will be taking some photos of these for LEB. These were sent to me by Carrera of America. These were not sent to me by LEB. And now, the piece de resistance. And I asked for two of these because one of these is going to get a complete rebuild with slot invasion guide holder and with the slot car corner replacement rear end. Hey, no drama. Yeah, Carrera make beautiful cars. Say what you want about the performance. Look, they're making good quality cars that anyone should be able to enjoy. They know they're not making, the highest quality, fastest cars out there. I should say the fastest. The quality's really pretty good. Certainly the finish, I would say, is nearly second to none, quite frankly. So they do a good job with pretty much everything. I know hobbyists like to poo-poo the stuff that Carrera do because they're toys, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. Maybe you don't know. Carrera is far and away the biggest slot car company in the U.S. When I was there, we sold tons and tons of cars. How do I know they're the biggest in the U.S.? Because when I was there, we sold to all of the big box. Well, all. We didn't sell to Walmart, but we sold to Target and we sold to Toys R Us, as well as a number of other big chains around the country and in Canada as well. So we really, we sold a crap load of cars. If you look around, you don't see any other brand of slot car at those companies. You still see them at Target, because Target does sell, I don't know that they sell their slot cars, they sell their radio control. If you see them for sale at any big box place, then you know that the company is selling more than pretty much anybody. Okay, so this one, this is a favorite of mine. I was very happy to see this car get shown when they decided to make more cars, make more more Mustangs, and so much so that I wanted to have one unmolested, let's say, so I could take photos of it just as it is. Most of the cars that I get, if you can believe this, and you should believe it, most of them stay kind of in the case. I do have quite a few cars that do get there have been modified or have been tuned or whatever you call it for racing. When I did racing, I don't really do racing anymore because I really can't with the job that I have now. So in any case, this one is the same car. This one is get completely torn apart. I'll probably put the Cyclone motor in it from LEB. I will put the Slot Invasion guide and then guide holder in the front. It will be, well, this is an analog car and so is this one, right? Yes. Awesome. Both analog cars, so I'm not wasting any digital chips. So the other version of this, the other one that I got of this, will be completely adulterated. It'll be completely torn apart. So, yeah. So, there's that. There's that. Thank you very much to Carrera of America. I think this is an absolutely stunning looking car. They have done a lot of liveries of this now. I think there are 4 liveries of this now. I think it's fantastic. I haven't looked to see if all of the shapes are right, but they sure look right to me. I do know that Carrera do get CAD files from companies to do slot cars. So a lot of the time, hey, Slightly Mad, yeah, you get a Carrera Go at supermarkets. I know, they do in Germany too. We don't here because supermarkets don't do that here. So I don't know if the shapes are correct. It looks correct to me. And if it's not entirely correct, boy, it has got to be damn close. In any case, this one's hanging out. This one is getting completely rebuilt. 2 for the only MR slot car Shadow, yes. Yeah, you had 2. Yeah, I know a lot of people do 2 cars from the same company because, if they really love it. I really love this car. This car. Hey, the lights are reflecting. This car that is hanging by a thread. And, yeah, I just wanted to mint one. So when I take pictures, a couple of years from now, I have a perfect one that is as they intended. Now, okay, we're gonna move things around here because it's gonna be story time again, which I know some people absolutely hate, but you come to my channel, you get what I want to do. Yeah. So, yes, they should do more muscle cars, I know, but they probably won't. Carrera America know that they need to do more. It is not up to them. It is not up to them, or they would do more. Quality looks pretty good on the stream, no? I'm happy about that. Okay, so a few years ago, I was at Toy Fair, I think in 2017. A Toy Fair in New York. New York. Yes, because this is the 2018 catalog I'm waving around here for AGM. These folks make what's called market goods. What are market goods? So they make, and still do, a number of slot cars and sets in two scales, in 1/32nd scale and 1/43rd scale. These are the 1/43rd scale. Mr. Rogers, exactly. Come on, neighbor. Have a seat. These are licensed sets, or licensed cars, rather, that they will build as kind of an example, but you can buy them and put your own brand name on them. Here are a whole bunch of... Oh, we're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there in a second. I don't want to show them just yet. A whole bunch of 1/43rd scale slot cars that are good models. Hold the thing square. That are good models. They run pretty well, I believe. And yeah, so they will make they make these cars, and then if a company wants to buy 1/43rd scale and sell it as their own brand, you can, because these are what's called market goods. A number of companies contract with these folks to make various products. We're going to be a little vague about that in this live stream because I don't want to upset some folks. You'll probably understand what we're talking about when I get to them. It's no big deal. There's a lot of things that are made in China that people put their own name on, like, frankly, basically all of Carrera's radio control is made by... I mean, they might make their own now, but when I was there, and we first started doing radio control, they had radio control cars that were available from a Chinese company that you could find online on Wish.com on their app, and you could buy them there for a quarter of the price that Carrera sold them for. In any case, slightly mad. Hey, Mike. Yeah. So I'm not trying to out people here. I'm not trying to get people upset, but I wanted to talk about the cars that I just got, and I haven't looked at them yet. So in any case, yeah. So they do. Oh, look. They do their own app. What do you know, guys? So Carrera was bought by the company that owns. It's a investment, whatever you call them, investment company. They bought the Carrera brand and the Carrera assets, and they're marketing. They're using Carrera, and it's the same. Most of the same people that worked for them when I was there. Good folks, so I'm happy that they're still working for Carrera because they're friends of mine. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Today was actually pretty terrible, but I do feel better. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do a live stream, because we're going to get to it. So I was given this catalog in at least 2017, probably at the last toy show that I went to for Carrera, or I was given this early in the year, actually, because we were talking about buying 1/32nd scale car or 1/43rd scale cars at a different company I worked for. it didn't really go very far, but again, you can buy them here. You can sell them under your own brand name. It's called market goods, guys. So, private equity. Thank you, Moondoggy. Yes. So, this is how these two slot cars came to me. They were in a black package in like a bag and just shipping address from, I think, New Jersey. This is how they've come. This is all you got. Not expensive packaging. I'm fine with that. But what we have here are do we want to call it an actual F word? Or do we want to call it a red car? Well, I don't know. We're going to call the other one a Lamborghini, though. Both of these cars cost me, wait for it, $43 shipped from China. There was $2 in shipping fee and not a tariff fee, I guess, just a tax. I was hoping I would not get a $200 or $300 tariff bill. That would have sucked. But I did not. I bought these as the title says. Oh boy, these look awful nice. As the title slide suggests, I bought these from AliExpress. You just go on AliExpress.com and search for slot cars, and you will see a number of slot cars. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Chassis look familiar, guys? What tires are on here? These are actually pretty darn sticky tires. Okay. So there is... What is going on here? There's some kind of screwy... Like, what the F is that? What's going on there, guys? It looks very nice. I mean, the rear axle is kind of far. There we go. Come on, get it under control here, Dave. There you go. The rear axle is kind of far up, but we can forgive that. The front axle, when you push it up, like if it was sitting on the track, is nice and up there. They have little rubbery mirrors, which, dear God, why are rubbery mirrors not included from most other companies? So these mirrors, you can just flop there. So we got a double guide situation. What the hell is going on with this guide? Good Lord. Look, it's a weird ass guide. It's got like a channel in the guide. It's not like fully there. Yeah. They sell a lot of 143rd. Well, I just showed you the catalog where probably most of these are getting made. So this is a nice, and it says AGM right on it, is one of the sponsors. How close can I get? AGM. See it? That's the company. These are 1/32 scale. Again, now we're going to open up. We're going to call it a Ferrari, because that's what it is. Oh, baby. Wow. Holy crap. We got a pretty darn nice looking, was this a 458? Now, it's going to show a little overexposed in the photos. And again, you can see here, AGM, that's their logo. So we got when you put the axle up, like it's sitting on the track. These wheels look pretty good. Whoa! Uh-oh, stub axles. We got stub axles on the front. Holy crap! We got an adjustable guide. We got a really grindy, kind of shitty guide system here, but I'm sure it'll work. Okay, so wait. Oh my God. What? Guys. Holy crap. What the what? Okay. I was not expecting this. This Ferrari, you're not going to be able to see it. This Ferrari, these are slotted tires. They say slot it right on the side of the tire. On the back. Are they on the front too? Yep. So this car has slotted tires. Slotted rubber tires. Okay then. They have lights. Yes. Yes, I'm aware. We're going to get this guy on the track. You know what we're going to do? No. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it with the motor. Or with the guide, rather. Or with the... Jesus. With the magnets. With the magnets. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. Okay. So a lot of that mic thumping is going on there. I'm sorry. Comes complete with a Tom Selleck figure. No, no, no. This is a 458. This is not a 360. I wonder if Maurizio knows that they have used his tires. Are these his tires as well? These can't be. These are very kind of... These are much larger, very thick sidewall tires. Yeah, there's no markings on these. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm pretty blown away. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? So what we've done is we've opened up a pair of cars from AliExpress that I bought. These cars were $42 shipped from China. They have a very basic chassis underneath, which you can see resembles another brand of slot cars chassis, which is fine. We're not going crazy here, guys. Okay, so we're going to get them on the track here. Okay, Lamborghini first. Nothing done to it out of the box. It does have a magnet in it. Still, these are awful, frazzled looking guides. They installed these on Friday, I think. Crappy job of assembly. Okay, will they work? I have a feeling they will. They do. Only front lights. But for like $15, but there you are. But for like $15, whatever. Okay, I like it. It has front lights. No rear lights. Okay, we're going to take this guy apart because everything isn't everything until we take apart a slot car, even if it is brand new. Yes, Philip. I bought both of these. I'll show you again. But both of these from AliExpress. They just showed up this evening, or this afternoon rather. They are made by, and you can probably see the license plate, maybe you can't. They're made by a company in China called AGM. AGM do what's called market goods. So there we are. Lose their umph, they get slower and slower. So yes, these are not Oscar. Yeah, so Oscar, you missed it. I opened some Carrera cars. I got this one from Carrera, and I got a second copy of it. They sent me two because the other one is getting slot invasion guide, and it's getting the full rogering. It's getting all the things will be taken apart on that car, and I'll probably put a Cyclone motor in it, LEB's motor. I'll put the slot invasion guide system and guide, and then the slot car corner rear end, which these wheels aren't all that huge, but you know. So these feel like they're pretty good quality cars. I mean, you gotta, for $40 shipped from China, I think they're like 21 or 22 for a single car. I'm hopeful that, well, yeah. Anyway, I have emailed the company tonight. I have the email address of their former salesman, from which I all right. Oh baby, what do we got going on here? I got this catalog years ago. This is AGM. This is their catalog. This is their their trade catalog, which has got a bunch of stuff in it. They're in Shantou, but also in. This is probably wrong, because I saw now it's anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. You guys don't give a shit. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna make this bigger again so you can actually see. There. Wait, just because I'm a little OCD. There, gotta fit it. Whoop. Hey. Oh, the axle just comes out. That's pretty interesting. Huh. Okay. Maybe the axle wasn't, because it was higher in there, maybe it wasn't pushed in the whole way. Anyway, so what we have is the interior. We have front lights, the board for the front lights, and we have a red end bell motor. Where are we? Where's the focus? There's the focus. Nope, other way. There you go. Our red end bell motor. I have a feeling. Hey, Chris. Well, yeah, slightly mad. There's a good reason for that. Yeah. The lights in the front. Oh, come on. The lights in the front are hot glued in place. I kid you not. So there we are. The lights are, you can disconnect them to separate. Was this like not fully snapped in, I'm wondering. And that's why, nope. Get the axle going the right way, buddy. Oh, this chassis is a little defective. Well, in any case, this guy's going to get torn apart, or is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's yeah. This doesn't snap in. Sorry, you were seeing my shoulder there. It just kind of, it's loose. It just kind of pops right out. So, not great. Yeah. Wait. Oh, but well, here's why. Because there are these things in the back. Come on. I know you're fighting to try to see my face. There are little posts. There are little posts. There we are. Move it back. There are little posts in the chassis, or in the body, that push down on the rear chassis. Interesting. Not a great design, but interesting. Don't like that idea. It's cheaper though, because you can just drop everything in there. Okay, so now we are gonna demagnet. Oh, what is that little screw in there? What is going on there? What the actual F? What is that? There's a little snap thing that's in here that is screwed into the bottom here. I don't know what that is. Maybe for another client they had some other something or other. Who the hell knows? Crazy. It's China for you. They know how to make. They don't really know how to design. Okay. So we got to put this thing together. All right. Is that back together? Not quite. Or yeah, it is. It's just the back of the... Okay. All right, whatever. Yeah, see this... The back axle isn't really seated in there. So that's kind of not cool. You just kind of push the chassis and the body together, and yeah, it just kind of pushes it in place. It's not really attached, which I think is kind of dumb. Oh, and then you can snap the lights in a little better. They weren't really in there. The lights are a little too overstuck, but they're in there a little better now. It's a really pretty good looking Lamborghini, I have to say. They did a pretty nice job modeling it. They did a way better job on the Ferrari. And with slotted tires, I am really blown away. UV glue, is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, yeah. To hold them in. That's what she suggests. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to leave these cars as they are. Maybe. Unless I really feel frisky and I want to do something to this, to the Ferrari. Okay, so here we go. No side windows in this car. It doesn't look... It looks more red in person. It's not a very dark red, however. But it... yeah, well, MB, there's a reason for that. Look at the chassis, MB. So, this car from AGM, a Chinese company, has 4 slotted tires on it. There are 4 rubber tires from Slotted on there. We're taking this like this ridiculous extra screw in here. Pretty strong magnet too, actually. Right there. There we go. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Right there. There's just some kind of like it's a really shit way of holding this in. It's some other kind of a little snap-in something. Maybe it's for holding in a bigger motor? Whatever. I don't know what the hell this is. It's a snap-in. It's an electrical connection. There's some way of snapping something in here because there are these little tabs on the sides. There you can see them. There are these little tabs on the sides that would clip in with an electrical connection. So that's interesting. So we're just taking the magnet out. Pull the brush and they go fast again. Yeah. You know, I mean, I got both of these cars shipped from China. They came in a week, by the way, from China. $42 shipped. Go to AliExpress, and do a search for slot car, and you will see them. By the way, I've known for quite a long time. I kind of didn't want to embarrass folks. I've known about this for, since I worked at Carrera, that there were cars made that were available in China. If you, here is, for example, completely out of the blue, apropos of nothing, here is a Policar home racer car. You see a similar design on the chassis, and there is no extra little, Ricola lozenge. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna probably get a drink a little later. This one actually looks like it's been raced. They got a little bit of scratch on the roof. Whatever. We don't care. Okay. We're just going to do this car as it is. Probably this is a 14,000 RPM motor. And as we got something against the Penguins, yes, I do. Yes, Carrera did start out in Germany. They are an Austrian company now. So this is a 458, right? Right? Anybody? 458 Ferrari. It is a pretty damn nice model, I have to say. Yeah. So they have a bunch of other cars that they have. Well, you can look it up. You can tell me. All right. It sits nicely on the track. Oh, do we want to use the good camera? Or do we, we can only get so wide there. Or are we going to use the other one, the webcam? Yeah, we're going to use the webcam. Sorry for moving the camera around, guys, but you need to see what you need to see. There we are. Okay. I'm going to click this again to get these. There we go. Now everything is everything. Hey. I happen to know that slotted tires work quite well on this track. These are slotted tires. And that's the sharpest corner on the track. That's why it deslotted. Oh. There's stuff all over the track from me being silly with the rasp the other day. Yeah. And I think the guide is side to side. Well, definitely the tires. Because we got stub axles. Here, if you can see on the little picture. See that? See how sloppy these stub axles are? We need to do this car justice. We need something. Yes, 100%. Jerry, 100%. This is a 14K motor. Yeah. Oh, and my track is dirty. Holy cow! These slotted tires that came on the car. Slot track, yeah. These tires stick really well, of course. Yeah, these fronts are the wheels are all over the place because the design they're using for the stub axle. And there's two people in here. Like this is a Ferrari rally car. So one of these little jokers is getting pulled out. And the other one, where'd it go? This crazy ass thing. This doesn't even have drivers. Not even one. They got too many. Quick question. Does anyone in the States work on SS controller? Oh, the DS controller? I don't know. It's a great controller, though. It's the only one I will ever care to use again. Let's yeah, let's open up this car. Fairly long screws in this thing, sort of. Yeah, the little thing where you snap it into the chassis, the little extra screw on the bottom. It's definitely for some kind of electrical connection. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, DS. Yeah. Swap them out. Swap the tires out. Yeah, for other slotted tires. No, thank you. Yeah. So again, we have. Jesus, this is weird. We have an interior that's okay. We're gonna have to make this one big again. That's what she said. Okay. That's what we got. We got the interior is screwed in, as you can see with the screws there. No, the driver figures. Oh yeah, that's crazy, right? We got two in this one, a driver and a navigator, and nothing in the Lamborghini. Maybe that's why they were so cheap. Anyway, so there we are. Yeah, so again, the axle doesn't really, it just loose in there. And the interior, these little posts hold in, press down. Ask Alan. Oh, Alan Smith? Yeah, he might know. Yeah, this axle does not snap in. Well, does it? No, it doesn't. These bearings, what are you doing, China? Why are you doing this to yourself? Why do you make a chassis clearly? You've looked at other slot cars. Why are you making something that does not? Check with Steve at Slot Car Corner. Is there any wiring on the circuit board? Yeah, I mean, that's where the lights are. It's not a digital car, and I don't think that's what that hole is for. There's some other kind of strange holes in there that could be for something. I don't know. See, there's like extra stuff there. Reluctant to give advice because I didn't purchase from him. I understand that. Okay, yeah, anyway, yes. Okay, so, yeah. We have a pretty interesting Ferrari here. That's a pretty good model. But again, we got these really... And I got to get this chassis apart here. Just unplugged. I'm going to pop out the axle because it just lifts out for some reason. Yeah, stub axles. Why? Why, China? What? Why would you do this to yourselves, China? All of you people in China. No. It does not have Ferrari markings. It is not a licensed car. There you go. There's the body. But it is a very nice looking 458. Plastic bushings, yes. Weird axles, yeah. Kind of a crappy design. So these are the little parts that just push down on the axle. I've seen a lot of companies do this. I mean, Carrera do it. They have these little tabs. Even though Carrera's axles snap in, they have these little tabs. But yeah, there are no markings on it, just AGM. AGM that you see there. I can get a little closer. AGM is the company that makes these cars. The body is excellent. The body is really good. Um, yeah, and this chassis is, it is what it is, guys. It's a pretty basic kind of chassis, but we could get a front axle in here because there are bearings that snap in. These are actually on bearings that hold in there. Are they? No, they're not. They just kind of loosely go in there. That's crappy design too. Jesus. Yeah, so these just kind of go in the chassis. They just kind of rest there. Speed of assembly affecting. Yeah, so yes, I mean, these are meant to be cheap cars. For whatever I paid for these a piece, like $18 a piece, something like that. These make incredible cars for kids to start out with. These are, this is almost definitely a 14K motor. This guy is coming out in honor of my, Amazon has AGM. Yeah, it's the same stuff, Mike. It's, that's the AGM. AGM. I gotta get that there. There you go. AGM. Yeah, I'm gonna put real bearings on this thing, and I'm gonna use the slotted tires that it comes with, that it came with. Strangely, so it's a decent, really really decent, not like crappy. It's a pretty good car, I have to say. It's a basic car, but so for not a lot of money, you can get a really nice model of 458. I'm gonna probably get some. Boy, the body is really thick. Holy crap, that's good though. I mean, bodies don't need to be crazy thin. Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna get some nice wheels to put on this guy. That's what I'm doing. Dirt cheap function, maybe fourth in line of performance. No, Brad. No. This is the axle from the car. These are slotted tires that came on the car. Guys, slotted tires fit on this axle. Most of you in chat have replacement motors at home, right? Of course you do. Put your standard Carrera motor in there. It's going to be pretty quick. So, boom. You have a pretty reasonably priced car. You can get a pair of these for $42. A pair. Because I got this with it. Got to get out of the shot. Yes, exactly, Jerry. I got this car, which is holding my screwdriver. I got this car and the other one for like $42 shipped. So it's not bad. Lamborghini. This one does not have slotted tires. Still don't know why the other one does. It's kind of crazy. So, I mean, this is a pretty nice Lamborghini street car. You could have fun with this. Of course you could. Again, no windows, which is a little peculiar, I should say. But a very nice model of the rear window. It's really good. The tail on this. Can I get this in focus? I cannot. There we go. The tail on this car has some nice detail. It looks fine. I mean, these cars are never going to be world beaters, but stay with me now. Because these are so cheap, we're looking at essentially a car, put Gulf stickers on it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's already most of the way there. That's the whole point of the car. That's kind of why I got it, because it's a Gulf car for a quarter of the price of some other brands. Understand what we're looking at here, guys. Yes, they're flexy rubbery mirrors. Little little rubbery mirrors that just, they feel pretty good. Watch they'll break off here in a second. But they push into the side, it looks like. I don't know. I mean, they look pretty good. So, we don't really have a lot of cars in this price range now. We need more. $60 basic cars are not great. It's way too much. We all know that. Scale Electric does make some the high impact car, high resistance, super resistant. I work for them. I can't even remember what they call them now. Those cheaper cars that come in a box, which all cars should come in a cardboard box, by the way. These heavy plastic cases are for the birds. You got a pretty decent, fun little car you can play with here. And in this case, you got a pretty darn nice Ferrari that you can enjoy. And like I said, I think the Ferraris come in 3 different color schemes. There's kind of like a yellow and blue one. And then there's another. There's actually 2 different Ferraris, by the way. There's the hey Brad. There's another, what is it called? It's one of the newer Ferraris. It's like the Grand Tourer. It's got like the big back end on it. Yeah, exactly. Slightly mad. You get a pair of these shipped from China. They came in this box in a black bag that was shipped to me. They shipped in a week, guys. I'm going to say this a little closer to the mic. They shipped in a week from China for $42. You can't beat it. Great cars for kids to play with. Spectacular cars for kids to play with. And maybe they will come with slotted tires. Yes, exactly, MB. You figured out the whole story now. Yeah, so the back axle just drops right in. Gonna clip the lights back in there. So we got lights again. Make sure we got all the things correct to snap the car back together. Yes. The chassis fits quite well in the car too. I've worked for some companies that couldn't bother to do that. I think you could make this into a really fun car. I mean, it is a pretty nice car out of the box, I have to say. You could definitely work on this chassis. You could definitely replace the front axle or give it a front axle. And these it comes 4 Phillips screwdrivers, hold the body and chassis together. And again, this is about a 14K motor, I would say. Yes, Jerry. For sure, they would. Yeah. Here we go. We're going back around again. Put on the body has some pretty decent sway. Let me get this out of the way. The body and guide combination have pretty good pivot. Yeah, see this camera shows it a little better. The color's a little better for some reason. Probably because the light isn't quite so bright. Red is a very hard color for digital cameras to reproduce well. So we have a very nice, very cheap slot car here. And another nice, very cheap slot car here. Crazy. Crazy, isn't it? Ooh, that's a little chunky on the back end there. No additional tariffs, Robert. Shipped from China. It was, both of these were $42. So it's like $4 or something like that shipping. With cellophane. Why not do it for all cars? Yeah, because they feel, because Sky Electric feel that it adds a bit of premium quality to the car to put it in a crystal case. Damn it, Beavis! I got the end of the track up pretty high there, so I'm thinking maybe it's a little too high. We're getting a little bit of a noise going on here. Is it a tire making that noise? Could very well be. Yeah, crazy. Now there's definitely a little bit of thumping in there. There's a little bit. Oh, it's lifting. Yeah, it's wow. What the hell? What the what? It's got so much grip. Coming over in this corner, it was lifting out. The magnet is out, yes. Yeah, it's lifting at every corner. It's really high grip. You don't do shelf queens. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just a box, you know. Like I do have an awful lot of slot cars around, of course. But if it's something that I'm, going to drive, it comes out of the box and never goes back in. Although, obviously, I do have a lot of cars that are still in boxes. No slide. This thing, these tires, I mean, they're slotted tires. These tires grip like absolute crazy. What is the part number? 1323 1323. That's what it looks like. God, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. These tires are great. Maybe that's what's happening. I think it's lifting out because there's just so much grip. Holy crap. I am not going that fast. There's a crazy amount of grip. I mean, there's no magnetic downforce at all. So, yeah, ran out of room instantly. Yeah, I'm going to be throwing away tons of slot car cases soon. We're kind of cleaning up the room that is my office downstairs. Now, the chassis is not bottoming out, slightly mad, because around the corners, every corner, basically, it's lifting a little bit. And I think when it lifts and it slides a little bit, that it's just so much grip with these tires. It is, it's just catching. Oh, this wheel is not straight on here. These are some kind of cheap-ass wheel. They're not great wheels. But whatever, they came on the car. So this car... You don't know much about slot cars. Well, welcome, Bigfoot. I don't even know. Welcome, Bigfoot. Cheers. Yeah, we're we're not doing crazy upsetting things here. We don't do politics here. We don't allow it. We're just having fun, talking old men talking about toy cars. Old men spending way too much on toy cars. So give us a hit the bell under the live stream, and that's the subscribe button, and you can see when I update with a video. I do at least one video. I do one video a week minimum. I do news every Friday talking about the cars that I find, or the news that I find about the cars. Yeah, so these are definitely decals on this car, but it is molded. No, it is not molded in color. The body itself is white, but painted red. So there we are. Yes, you can. Yes, you can adjust. Yes, you can. What is he saying? Answering a question to. So this car comes with adjustable screws and little springs, actually, too. Which is, I don't know that I've seen that before. Or I don't know that I've paid attention to it before. This wow. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So there's a little. I'm fumbling with it because I'm trying to get the screw out of it. There's a little guide holder that you can see on the other screen. Scale racing vehicles, darn it. Yeah, not toys. So there's a guide, or there's a magnet, rather, that comes in a little holder that you can adjust the magnet up and down to get more or less grip. But this car, and it's got front lights. Yeah, it's kicking. There's no slide in this. There's no slide at all in this guy. Yeah, every corner it's lifting a little bit. So right there, coming down the hill, it's lifting out of the teardrop, coming down. Watch out, the 1/32 rabbit hole. Yeah. 1/32 scale is it's quite a scale. I will be doing a video soon about my best bets, or best suggestions, however you want to put it, for new people in the hobby, because there's a lot of choice, and what a lot of hobbyists will tell you is not really the best thing for beginners a lot of the time. Adjust the magnets. Yeah, so let's do the Lamborghini here, because the Lamborghini is unmolested, let's say. Boy, that sounds bad. But it is. The Lamborghini. Yeah, I can hold it down the entire way around. I have a little bit of power loss on the other side. I haven't done the... Yeah. So, yeah. The magnet's quite strong. So, there we go. The Ferrari is going to get some new wheels. Going to get some nice new wheels, I think. I think that would be fun. But, you know, what do you have to say about these cars? They're definitely worth the money. Missing the driver. Yes, even though this one, the Lamborghini, has no driver. What would have been really funny is, because this one has... yeah, exactly. This one, the Ferrari, has a navigator and a driver. This one has neither of each. What would have been hysterical is if this just had the navigator in it. Yeah, but the Ferrari, these screws, I think, are as far up as you can go. Yeah, this carrier is as high as you can go, which makes less magnetic downforce, which is the whole point of adjusting the magnets. So I can't put them up anymore. I wish I had tires that were less sticky. I wish there were some Carrera tires that I had that would fit this, because that probably would be a little better, just because this car has way too much grip with these slotted tires on it. So there we are. I did this video because there had been a lot of talk. Let's zoom in. Serious time. With Uncle Dave here. With Uncle Slot. Oh boy, that's way closer than you need to see. So, let's back that off a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing too many things here. No, the Ferrari's magnet is out. It's been removed. So why did I do this video? I did not do this video to necessarily make you all go buy generic slot cars of dubious origin. I did this because there have been a lot of posts about these cars recently. I've seen it on Home Racing World, on Facebook, and yes, exactly, story time. Gather around, children. I did this because, I've seen these cars talked about recently, and I wanted to get, hold on, there we go. I wanted to get samples of them just because of my own curiosity. Are they great cars? No. Are they worth $20 or whatever it is, $22, $21, $22? Sure. You're getting a body and a fine chassis. I mean, the Lamborghini is not nearly as good a model as the Ferrari is. They have a couple other cars that they do. If you look, you can see some other cars that they do. Would I suggest these cars to people? Probably, if you wanted some very cheap cars for your kids, or if you just wanted to kit bash something fun just because you got time and you got an extra $20 or so to spend from a slot car company from China. They're okay. And the most important thing is, we need cars that are lower cost. We don't have a lot of those in the market now. And it's kind of unfortunate because, we're pricing out some people at 65, certainly 75, 80, 90, 110, 105, whatever. We're definitely pricing out a lot of people from the hobby. So I think it's important that we have options. I will do the video about kind of what to buy if you're kind of starting out. And again, this will not be for the hobbyist folks out there. You know what you want. I don't need to tell you what you want. That's kind of why I did this video, just to try these and to see what they were all about, which is exactly what I figured they were. They're cheap cars that I think are pretty decent quality, and certainly, this Swiss one, I feel, is worth the time to have some fun with. I'm going to get some gold wheels from Staffs and do something with this car. I'll probably leave the same chassis because there's no point in changing it. This is not going to be, the world's hottest slot car. I wonder if I can find a Slot Invasion guide something or other that will fit on this crazy ass. Can I pop this out? I don't want to break it. I don't know how this guide is snapped in there. Anyway. yeah, some of the want to watch Uncle Dave. Well, thank you very much, folks. um, uh, yeah, I mean, there's a place for every kind of price range of cars. Certainly, 143rd is a great place to start. I mean, HO, I would not say is a great place to start because the prices are actually pretty high on HO cars now. They're 50 or $60 now, right? I mean, I know you can get cars for a little lower price, but at the same time, why? Just start out with 143rd. They're good quality. Yes, the Carrera cars. The track is very nice. It is a little brittle. It doesn't really like to be taken apart a lot, but it does go together nicely and stays together pretty well. And the racing surface is fine. It's you can enjoy it and you can have fun with it. And certainly Racer X 143rd. You got to go back and watch the video here, Racer X, on demand once the stream is over. There's definitely a place for lower price 132nd scale entry level cars. I have talked about this to a number of people in the business. When I worked for Skelectric, I talked about it with them. They do lower cost cars. I was hoping we could actually do 143rd scale. They do an HO sort of scale, in the micro scale. It's now, but the problem is now what we have is base cars like the Carrera analog cars, like this one that Carrera sent me, that I absolutely love. This car is, what are they? Analog cars are now $42 or something like that. So it's literally twice the price of this car. Is it twice the car? Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate that, auto enthusiast. Yeah, there's a lot of magnet on HO cars, so you don't necessarily drive them as much. So, but we're not going to get into magnets here. That's not my point, especially tonight. This is really the only option. The Carrera Evolution cars are really the only option for low price, good quality cars. I wish we had more of these available here in the U.S. that were that are lower price cars, because for the Carrera digital cars, the cars on the blue base, these are what, $65 still. It's an awful lot. It's not really an impulse buy then. Yeah, you can get them cheaper, I know, but they really shouldn't be selling them that cheaply, especially as quickly as they do. Anyway, that's something that we used to talk about all the time when I worked at Carrera. But so, we have affordable cars, but arguably we should have this kind of car for somewhere around maybe $25, maybe $30 at the most, for a beginner car, a decent quality car that you can play with, that you can see if you like slot car racing. Rather than, yes, Luke, I do think Skelectric cars are overpriced. And I've had this discussion with them when I worked there. The prices are set by. It's a long story. I do hope that Skelectric can lower the price on cars. I'll hopefully be able to break some news soon about a new distributor here in the U.S. None has been officially named yet. I am hoping to get some news soonish. So Yes, I am a Bruins fan. I grew up, one of the places I've moved a lot, more than 30 times. But one of the places I live in Massachusetts and New Hampshire and Connecticut. And, in Massachusetts, obviously, and New Hampshire, it was the Bruins. So, yeah, and I just found this in my closet. I was cleaning my closet. Boy, this is not what you came here for. I found my Bruins jersey, and I have a Flyers jersey too that I got. It was on a closeout. It's a Hextall jersey, and then I have a Rangers jersey as well that was also on a closeout that I got quite cheaply. Yeah, the last couple scale electric cars, I've heard that from other people. You're saying, Jerry, that they were disappointing quality too. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get into discussion here at this time about quality of certain kinds of cars. The point of this is there needs to be something below about $40 a car because these are about 42, 43, the Carrera stuff. I lived in Lowell, and then I lived in Newmarket, New Hampshire, and Bradford, New Hampshire. So there. Yeah. And if I go back to Lowell, I get Cote's baked, white baked Canadian white beans, baked white beans, best beans ever. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, so we need lower cost options. We really do. It's gotten too expensive, and I think we're going to price people out really quickly. Yeah, Racer X, I talked about that at the beginning. This company that makes the cars that I got is AGM. I'll do this. You'll see this at the beginning of the video. This is... These are all many of the 143rd cars that they make. Mercedes SLS, Alphas, many Alphas, Fiat 500s of all things. What are those? BRZ? Oh, it's a Bentley, several Bentleys, several Alpha ACs. When you were, yeah, but there was Putin, but I didn't really have it there. I've had a lot of Putin when I've been in Canada. More Fiats. Subarus. Fiat Subarus. Alphas. Mercedes. Bentleys. These are all 143rd scale. And then 143rd scale Maseratis. And Acura NSXs, which we don't have. And then sets that are 143rd scale sets with extra track pieces. I wouldn't be surprised if these are compatible with Carrera. Maybe. A whole bunch of different sets available. And again, the point of these, this company does what's called market goods, which means that they make the cars and the sets, and they produce them, and people, if they want to get into slot cars, or they're already making slot cars and they want to just buy an off-the-shelf item that they don't have to make molds for, because a lot of these are licensed cars. So AGM has, yeah, I mean, these are all talked about as licensed brands. BRZ, Fiat 500, Mercedes. So all these are licensed cars. So you could buy these from them and make your own slot car line. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, there are other scales of sets available. Again, this is a pretty old catalog. It's call them white box Chinese items. Got it. Yeah. In we call them here in the U.S. We call them market goods. Yeah, loads of sets actually. A Fiat license set, an Alfa license set, Maserati license set, These are 1/43 scale. All kinds of crazy stuff. So there we are. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I did show some new Carrera cars at the beginning. I did some unboxing. Please give the video or the live stream now a thumbs up, please. Please also subscribe under the screen down here, right about there. You will see a bell. Click on that bell. That's the subscribe bell. Subscribing is free. It's just like following a page on Facebook. And that way you'll know when I go live. You'll get a push notification to your phone if you select to get a notification. And it also helps the channel grow quite a bit. It's very important that people subscribe to the channel because it helps me continue to do more content. So there we are. Ninco still make 1/43rd, but do they really make them? I think they're getting market goods. I really do. In any case, thanks very much for showing up, guys. I really appreciate it.